Good afternoon. Today is Wednesday, October 4th, and since I last vlogged Monday, Wednesday was our HOA meeting, and one of the things that came out of it was that, of course, it was toward the end when we found out. There's going to be a letter to everybody in the complex, but our HOA is going up. I think they said either $20 or $30. I was kind of bummed about that, but the last time it went up was 2 years ago, and I forget how much it was then, but now it's $340, so it'll be like either $360 or $370. And granted, I know some HOAs are a lot more, and we're a small complex. There's like 28 or 29 houses here, and I know from looking at houses when we first moved here, some HOAs were lower what we're paying, but they were also higher what we're paying now. And compared to renting with the mortgage and the HOA, it's still cheaper than renting a place, an apartment or a house. So I'm trying to think of that with my brain, but when I told my guy how much I would need every month, I didn't even think that the HOA was going to go up. I'm still going to be okay, I think. But, anyway. Another thing that came out was the manager of our HOA that comes to HOA meetings. She comes out like once a month or every 2 weeks or something like that to go around the property to see if anything needs to be done or if somebody's in a violation of something, or check the property out, because we have construction. They're building that pedestrian bridge over here, and then on the other side they're building like an office building or something on this side, and we already had a pony wall by the entrance. They ran, backed into it with one of their trucks, and of course nobody saw it. There's no pictures or videos of it, so they're saying we didn't do it. So that's going to be replaced, but I think that they're going to wait till construction's done, because in the beginning the construction on that side of my house, they were bringing their trucks through the entrance, and they were driving it, along the property and then to get to the other side. But since they started the bridge, I don't think they were doing that. There is another way to get to that site. And of course, the people on the other side of that street, or that lot, they're not happy about this building going up either. But anyway, back to HOA. She went around the property and she finally noticed our column here, or my column here. And I noticed this back when we first moved. I went down and to look at the sunset at times, and I noticed it. Of course, I never said anything to my parents because, well, one thing, my dad can't come down here, or couldn't come down here, and I don't think they would have known what to do, so I didn't say anything. But you really couldn't see it from this side anyway, because the stucco and all this is worn away and stuff. So you're gonna fix that so you can see it's cracked, and it looks even worse than when I first saw it. So they're gonna fix that, and I think there's some other things that they have to fix at different properties or houses. So that was that. The president on the board for our complex, because I called him when my mom passed away, and he asked how I was doing, and I said, oh, hanging in there, and I'm going to a bereavement, so I was going to a bereavement group, and he says that, that was good, that'd be good for you and all that. And then another lady in our complex, she lives like a few houses down, and I think she's going to be joining the board. She, said if you need anything, let her know. You can come over. It won't be lonely and stuff, and you know, the normal type of thing people say when somebody passes away. So there was that, and last night was my bereavement group. It went okay. I didn't talk because there was like some more new people and some people that haven't been there for a while, and they talked, and it would have been okay for me crying wise, but there was a couple people there that two of them lost a mother. One just recently lost her mom, like the last month. And another guy came in support of his friend, whose father passed away recently, but his mother, died like a couple years ago or so. So he was talking about that and the other one that her mother just passed away, talked, and that, that got me, because she was saying that, she used to talk to her mom a lot, and she caught herself calling her a couple times, and I know when I wouldn't be calling her because I live with her. I lived with my mom. But there were like times when I go out and do something, or with the group, going out in the group, I would like want to, I wanted to tell her what was happening, and, I can't because, anyway, so that, that. And after group, of course, we went out to dinner. We went to the same place we went last week, and this time I got ham steak and eggs. And the ham steak was huge. I ate a little bit of it, and I ate a little bit of the ham. I ate all the eggs and the potatoes and the toast, and I took the ham home. I had that with breakfast, or for breakfast, and a couple slices of the maple streusel bread that I got at Trader Joe's. This is really good. I had it plain, and it's really good plain. It is kind of sweet, but I did, for breakfast, I did put a little bit of the apple dip spread that I made the other day, with cream cheese, brown sugar, and walnuts. And that was tasty too. And I did try a couple things that I got from Trader Joe's. The bread, obviously. I had the coffee this morning. Actually, when I got up this morning, I had a K-cup, and then I was still kind of sleepy, so I made the coffee, and it's not bad. And I also had, I had the turkey wraps I had one for lunch yesterday, and it was really filling. I wasn't hungry till like we went to eat. I was starting to get a little bit hungry. And then I had the other one today, and I also had the apple cider. I didn't eat all of them. I had a couple of them yesterday morning for breakfast, and then I decided to freeze the rest because I knew I wouldn't eat them all right away, so I just froze them. And they were good. And I also tried, I think that Monday, the pumpkin cakes, chocolate mousse pumpkins, and they're okay. The chocolate cake's really good. The mousse is a little grainy, eating it by itself, but it's not bad. So that's all I had from Trader. I ate from Trader Joe's. And I'm still working on that diamond painting. I'm getting there. And once that's done, I'm going to start working on the diamond painting that I got from Victoria Moon. And I think I'm going to do it in here. I'm going to bring the laptop and webcam and the tripod and do it in here. One, I think the lighting is better here because I have this light, and then I'll have the windows for lighting. I'll open the blinds, and compared to the lighting in the office, you know, depending on the time of day, you know, it's not as bright in there, like in the afternoon, and of course evening, it gets a lot darker. Plus I'll have more space here, you know, because it is, you know, a big one. It is like 80, this one's at 50 by 85 centimeters. So it's a big one, and like I said, I'll have more space here than the table, because that's got all kinds of junk on it. Because I, you know, get stuff, bring it over there instead of working it over here. Work whatever over there, and then bring it back over here and just lay it down to be put away later. I just straightened up the stencils here because I was looking for a stencil for something. And then these, not this. These will have to be put away in the notebook over here. And then this has to be put away in my craft room. Well, it's no longer my craft room. Well, it kind of is and kind of not. And then yesterday, I took the stuff off that was here and brought the Cameo out. I didn't plug it in or anything, but it's here to use if I ever use it. I will use it, but so yeah. Oh, and then when I came home last night after I got dropped off, I went to get the mail, and I got the title from the DMV in my name. So I texted the woman who's buying the car that I got the title, and she texted me back this morning saying that she'll make an appointment and what days are good for me. So I told her, and I haven't heard back yet, but I will eventually. And oh, and then tonight, Friday nights, there's a, like I went, not last Friday, I went the Friday before, I think. Fridays, at Suncoast, they have a sock cup, and a bunch of them are going to that, and they're picking me up later, a little bit later, like a couple hours, and they're gonna eat at DePars. I don't know if I'm gonna eat, because, you know, I hopefully won't be that hungry, but because DePars is expensive. I mean, it's not as expensive as some of the other restaurants there, but for a coffee shop, it's a little pricey. But they have yummy desserts. My mom used to love getting the cinnamon rolls. I like getting the pie. Pecan pie was very good. So now we're going to do that. And then Sunday, you know, we meet. They pick a place, or the one that organizes it for lunches on Sundays. This Sunday is going to be at Rampart at the buffet. And as soon as I saw that, I texted him yes. And last night we were waiting to get our table. I was talking to his fiance, because that's who usually picks me up, because they don't live too far from me. But anyway, I was saying, when I saw where it was, I said yes, texted back yes right away. I was like, lox and bagel. She laughed, and she said, Yeah, that's what she usually gets too there, and a balance, because they do have good balances. My mom, when we used to go to brunches there, she used to go to the carving stations for dinner. They do an omelet station or egg station, and she usually gets her eggs there if it's not too long, the line isn't too long. And I usually get lox and bagel, a valance, shrimp. They peel and eat shrimp, and whatever else looked interesting, and of course dessert. And I never got coffee until last time I went. I got coffee, but I never got champagne. It's a champagne brunch, and I never got champagne with her because I knew she wouldn't like it. But I did when I went by myself a few weeks ago. I think it was last month or the month before. It's only October. I think it was last month. It was one of those Sundays when I was freaking out and I decided to get out of the house, and I went there for breakfast, and I did have a champagne. So I couldn't take my anxiety, my stress pill. But, yes. So, they have that, and they have all, regular food and breakfast food. But anyway, I'm rambling now. So, I'm going to end it here and relax a little bit. I did eat. This morning I got up way too early. I got up around 4 or 4:30, and I left the TV on all night. I haven't done that in a long time. And went to the bathroom. I tried to go back to sleep and I couldn't. And then I woke up with a sinus headache and a sore throat. And it's that time of year, with allergies and stuff, that headaches usually and allergies usually happen. So, try to go back to sleep and I couldn't. And I usually do, even if I have a headache, I usually fall back to sleep. So I got up around 5. And then a couple hours later, woke up, took my thyroid medicine, and then an hour later I ate, and then I took a pill for my sinus headache. And I still got it, so I might take another one before I leave. Um, so, yep, that's what's going on today. So I think I rambled on way long enough, so I'm going to end it here and see you guys